Hey guys, how you doing? So I'm getting a lot of response from you guys, which is extremely cool. This is exactly what I wanted. A couple of you have asked me to, instead of saying notes, say fret positions and strings. I'm totally cool with that. I can do both. A couple of you have asked me to do a couple songs, and I'm going to do one right now, which is a request called Flesh and Bone. So, Flesh and Bone is a advanced song. I would say probably intermediate players can learn a lot from it, but it's definitely not a beginner's song. It has tons of different techniques. It has slapping, it has technique, slapping technique. It has harmonics. It has it's a lot of chords that you don't see a lot of bass players calling, which a lot of people refer to as double stops. I just call them chords. It has right hand strum technique, and it's just an all-around real busy song. Okay, so the beginning riff starts off on the E string here. It's the E string, which is if on a 4-string, and this song was actually recorded originally on a 4-string, but I have the 5 here, so I'm going to play the 5. So on the 4th string, it starts on the 2nd fret, which is the F sharp. So we got, so there's the first intro riff. What we got is 2, 3, 4, or 2, 3, 5, sorry. And then it goes up to the A string, which is the 3rd string, and it goes to the 2nd fret. So, for those who know notes, F sharp, G, A, B. So then, that's how I play the, after I come up to those first 4 notes. First one, I'm coming up from the A to the B, which is the E string. It's the 5th fret to the 7th fret. But what I do is I go, that's the first time I do it with one finger. After that, it's a right hand strumming technique that was made kind of popular by Les Claypool. I think it was first introduced by Stanley Clarke. The first place I heard it was Stanley Clarke when I first started learning bass. See, what I'm doing there is I'm doing octave chords. Octave chords is 2 strings apart, 2 frets apart. So we got on the E string, which is the 4th string, we got an A, which is the 5th fret, and on the G string, which is the the D string, which is the 2nd string, we're on the 7th fret. And what we're doing is we're strumming those together, preferably with your fingertips. Most advanced and intermediate players will probably know what I'm saying right away, so I probably don't need to go into the explanation of it too deep. So we're just going up 2 frets, just keeping the same form, 2 strings apart, 2 frets apart. At the beginning, I do a harmonic part, and what I'm doing is I'm hitting the G and the D string on the D note and the A note. I'm hitting those 2, and I'm just raking those real quickly with my pointer finger. So in the verses, I switch it up a little bit. I do a little slap pattern. I hit the E open, 4th string wide open, and I hammer on the A and the B, or I hammer on, I should say, the 5th fret and the 7th fret. The second half of that riff is the harmonics. The harmonics on the D string, which is the 2nd string, at the 5th fret, which is G for those who know notes. And then it's essentially the same harmonic coming off the 7th fret on the 1st string, the G string. So there's 2 sets of harmonics that happen on this verse, goes back and forth. The second one, which happens on the 2nd string, 5th fret, and the 3rd string, 5th fret. The G and the A string on G and D. From there on, it just keeps on basically doing the same thing. Pre-chorus, I'm strumming a power chord. It's simply a D and an A. That's all it is. On the A string, the 3rd string, and the D, which is the 2nd string, I'm hitting the D note, which is the 5th fret on the 3rd string, and I'm hitting the A note, which is the 7th fret on the D string. Please tell me a sign. Then I go to the octave of A, which all I'm doing is taking this finger here from the 5th fret on the 3rd string and just replacing it down to the 4th string. Still using the raking technique on the right hand. So what we got going on there, still sticking with the octaves, going from the 5th fret and 7th fret octave to the 6/8, then to the 6/8, 8, 10. For those of you, that's A octave chord, B flat, C. Okay, so that's what we got there. Then the chorus comes in. Octaves again, but this time I'm picking it in a rhythmic pattern. Come inside. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing the F sharp, which is the 2nd fret on the 4th, with the octave, 2 strings, 2 notes away. D string is 4th fret, or 2nd string. Move up 1 half step, back down. This is where it gets a little tricky. I go to the B minor chord, and what I'm playing, the way I'm playing the figure, is 1, 8, or 1 if you want to refer to octave as 1 again. I refer octave as 8. So I go to B, or shall I say the 7th fret on string 4, the octave, which is 9 on string 2, and I bar this whole thing down because I'm going to need to hit that D note, or the other the minor 3rd of that chord, which is the 7th fret, 1st string. So I'm barring these 2 down, which essentially is the chord, and I'm just adding this octave in there for a little more of a rhythmic pattern. Then I go down to the A. I'm doing the A major. It's essentially the same pattern, but the 3rd, instead of being down, is now upwards for the major 3rd. Same figure. I still keep that bar down, nice and hard, but we're raising that 3rd up. So basically, what I'm doing now is I'm doing the A note on the 4th string, or the 5th fret, 4th string, and I'm doing the A note on the D string, which is the 2nd string, on the 7th fret. Now I'm adding, with my ring finger, I'm adding the major 3rd to that chord, which is C sharp, and it's the 6th fret on the 1st on the first string. So far we got. So there, what we have is a suspended chord. We're playing a C sharp. We're doing the octaves again. 1 string, 1 fret, or 2 strings, 2 frets. Down, down and over. You got the C sharp, which is the 9th fret on the 4th string, and then you got the 11th fret on the 2nd string, the D string. And then what I'm doing is I'm barring with my pinky the 1st string 11th fret as well, which is a F sharp. So that's the chord. All throughout the whole chorus, it's the same pattern on those strings. So go, come inside. So that's that part. Then what are we going from there? I believe the chorus ends. Let me see. So it goes right back into. I believe it does it 4 times. Same thing. All through the verses. Does that little thing twice before it goes into the pre-chorus. Same thing as before. Same chord. Everything's the same. Chorus. So this is what we do after the chorus. Everything's the same up to that point. After the chorus, we do this little, we do basically an A bridge and a B bridge. The first bridge. So I really liked playing a lot of octaves in this song. It really made it sound, you know, just really kind of bombastic for somewhat of a kind of. I think it's a pretty song. I think the message kind of matches the music. So. Anyways, what we got here is the octave chords again, and we're still on that 4th fret, or the 4th string and the 2nd string. We got B, A, which is B, A, G, to the F sharp. Same figure as we did at the beginning of the song. So we got F sharp, G, A, B, A, B. So to do that, and frets and strings going to the 4th string and the 2nd string, we got 7th fret, 9th fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 2nd fret, 4th fret. Then we're doing the same figure with the rake technique. Okay, so we got that. That's the first half. The second one, or not the first half, but this the first of that riff. So. Oh, actually, I messed up. I'm sorry. Let me do this again. So the first time we changed it. I totally apologize. That's not what we did. So this one happens the second time. The first time and the third time. Sorry, I'm getting all jumbled up here. So it's going from F sharp G to D. So when it's going F sharp, G, D, open, that's a hammer on from the A to the B. For those of you who don't know notes, F sharp, 2, on the fourth, 3 on the fourth, 5 on the third. Open 4, hammer on to the 5 and 7. And then we do the so that's the first figure and the third figure. Second figure. So now that's where I do that part. So we got B, F sharp, A, E, F sharp, G, A, B, A, B. So we got 7 and 9 on 4 and 2. 2 and 4 on 4 and 2. Then 5 and 7 on 4 and 2. Open E. The same opening figure. So I'll play it all the way through. Where it gets really fun. Okay, so we got B, or 7th fret, first string. This is where we're getting to the harmonics. So what I'm doing there is I'm doing the B on the 4th, on the or the 7th fret, 4th string. I'm playing the harmonic on the 9th, both 9th frets on 1st and 2nd string. And I'm letting them ring out. And then after I hit those two, my goal into this part was to make the notes sustain as long as they can. It's not the easiest thing to do, especially when you're out of practice at playing it like I am right now. But I'm going to try to do my best for you. So now I'm hitting, after those first 2 harmonics, hitting an open A, 3rd string, to 9, 10, and I'm hammering that up. I'm hammering those on, so it sounds a little more delicate than, you know what I mean? Very pretty. So what we got there is open A, or B, the harmonics on E and B, open A, F sharp, G. Then I slide down. I'm sliding down to the 5th fret, 3rd string, which is a D, hitting the harmonic on the 1st string on the 7th fret. I do the harmonic in the same place for these first 2. So I'm coming up to the 9th fret on the same string, that 3rd string, the A string. So I'm doing the C, or the 3rd fret, then the 7th fret. So that whole pattern, and I'm hitting the harmonic on the 1st string on the 5th fret. So that's that whole pattern. I forgot to tell you. So that's just a little like chromatic pattern from C, C, 3rd fret, 3, 4, 5 on the A string, or the 3rd string. So you got go up, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, open. So that's that pattern. Cut it off halfway up that little chromatic ascension. Then I'm into the last verse of the song. Now on the recording I still did the harmonics. Live I don't do them because I think it sounds more powerful, and I wish that I didn't record it there because I feel like it does add a little too much fluffiness to it. Because it just gets to the point, but same thing. From there on out, same pre-chorus, same build-up, same chorus. Goes one longer because we do a just the same as the beginning of the second half of the bridge. That's it, Flesh and Bone. You have any more questions? I know that's a very difficult song to play. There's a ton I can teach about it as far as technique is concerned, because it is kind of a technique kind of song. So give me any questions that you have, and I'll try to answer them as soon as I can. Thanks.